this mixed drink right now is all frozen.
It's frozen.
It's gonna be a good sunset session.
Yeah. Shit, I might get toasty again before the session. I don't even know if it should be an intro. Well, I'm FoePound Production. This is how would you introduce yourself?
I'm DC the Beatmaker. What's good?
Yeah. Oh shit. We just on this bitch talking about random shit. Just chatting about music.
What's been something that you've enjoyed about making music, or just your music career this week or this month?
Something I enjoyed. Probably finding some new. I don't know. Probably just learning in general. Like, shit. Just got Sasha the flute. So learning that.
Yeah, that's right.
Learning, playing around with Gwen the guitar. You're just looking at shit with the piano. New plugin, Serum smooth as fuck. So really just learning. Yeah.
Love Serum, man. Oh, that's cool, man. How's the flute journey going? Like, are you just learning through YouTube, or you just kind of messing around on your own?
Oh, it's YouTube messing around too. I mean, I know how to play A, and I know how to play G now. Yeah.
Oh, this man's 2 notes. Oh,
yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
A whole 2 notes, bro. Just 2 on.
Yeah, 3 more. It's over for these hoes.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. So yeah. So yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, shit. What's something in general? Oh, I know I had one question. So shit. I know how I be responding when somebody who I don't speak to that often just sends me a link to something. But how do you respond when somebody you don't talk to too often, they just send you a link and they don't say shit? It's just a link.
It depends. I have a couple. Honestly, it just depends on my mood of the day. I have a couple different responses. My first response is if there's no, like, we've been talking back and forth on some things, or even just, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, do you think you check this out? Like, I'm okay if you ask about me or what's been going on, or, shoot, even if you're asking about my recent project, be like, yo, I listened to it, and I say thank you. After that response, you're like, can you check this out? I'm going to feel a little bit more inclined to be like, all right, do listen to me. I'm going to listen to him.
Yeah.
Ain't that big. So I appreciate that. If I get, you could tell when you get like that copy paste message.
Nah, I ain't even talking about a message. I'm just talking about, like, all you get is a link. That's it.
Just the link.
Just a link. Nothing else. Somebody sends you. All they send you is, you open the message. All the shit. All they sent you was a link. How do you respond to that? Only a link. No words. It's just a link.
I'm gonna treat it like the copy paste message and just ignore it, man. Like, I'm not gonna listen to it. Like, because I can tell when it's like a group broadcast, like, hey fam, check out my latest fire, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then, or comment in there and let me, comment a fire emoji, or something. It's just like,
yeah.
I feel like if I were to, now it feels forced. Like, I'm not gonna. I mean, cool. Like, hey, go ahead. If you could, even if it was just like comment your thoughts, I'd be like, all right, might let you know the song ain't that fire, but
yeah.
But I don't know, if it's just a link, I'm just gonna ignore it.
Do you open it and leave it on scene, or do you just not open it?
I just don't open it. And if it's someone who continues to do it without like getting the hint, like, hey, you're not even, like, to me, it's just like, if it's a business move when you're sharing your stuff. So then and there, I'm your client. I'm your audience at that point. Like, it would be weird for me to walk in a fast food joint and they just throw a burger at me. Like, they don't even know what I want. Like, they just throw it at me. I'll be like, yo, like, this ain't even what I'm asking for. I feel like it's the same thing. Like, You got to know what your customer wants, what your people want, your fan wants, your audience wants. You can't just send links. I mean, sure, maybe some of your really close homies might check it out, but even some of my good friends, like if you do that to me, I might miss it.
That's that's valid. I mean, I know for me, I'm gonna open the message so you know I seen it, and then I ain't gonna listen to it or look at it. So I want you to know I saw it. Cause like, bro, we grown, bro. You should know. You should know better than that, bro. Like, you should just know better. Like, before, I used to like give people like advice about a bunch of times. Like, hey man, maybe next time you should approach it like this or like this. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just like, bro, I ain't got time for that shit, bro. It be babying some grown ass folks. You send me some shit and you ain't say nothing, especially if we ain't talking often. Like, if it's somebody you know and you talk regular, like if somebody close, like DC, if he just sent me a link, I'll just click on it. It won't matter. Mm-hmm. But we talk regularly. If you somebody we not speaking like that, or if the relationship ain't, that kind of relationship like that, then it's like, bro, you most likely gonna just get left on scene.
Yeah, like what's the difference between that and some YouTube ad we all skip,
Yeah, I know I've heard some people say, how do you feel about this? Like, I know I've heard some people say that they will just send a link without saying anything because the link is self-explanatory. How you feel about that?
Sorry about that. Can you run that one more time?
I know I've heard some people say something along the lines of like, all right, if I'm just sending the link, I shouldn't have to necessarily say anything because the link is self-explanatory. If you click on the link, it's self-explanatory. You should know whatever. Like, I don't know.
I mean, once again, I still think it's just common courtesy. I think that our common communication, I don't even think it's a courtesy thing, just communication. Like, if there's one thing I've learned doing music over the last couple of years, like a lot more consistent and hardcore, like this is going to be my full-time thing, is that there's a lot of musicians who are very terrible at communicating. And, a lot of people just treat it like spam, like clickbait almost, like in their approach to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm going to, like, if someone's just genuinely asking, hey, how you doing? Oh, I was working on this beat, blah, blah. No, how you doing? What's going on with your mental, like all that. And I get it. Maybe not everyone needs to be friends because there is just some business aspect, and that's cool. Mm-hmm. But like too, like if you're just gonna keep it business, which is once again totally fine, just be like, hey, like I notice you're someone who supports my music. You've been listening to my stuff. I appreciate your thoughts, your value on things. I would like it if you could check this out. Like for me, it's like, damn, like I'm. That already has more favor in my ear being tuned in than just link. I don't know. To me, it's just, I think there's a lack of communication that goes on in music, and people just, it doesn't need to be crazy, right? You don't need to get someone's whole biography before you can send them a link, but just what makes you different than spam, What makes you different than spam?
Yeah, that makes sense. So shit. How much?
What about you?
Let's see. I don't know. The link is self-explanatory. That shit just sound like butt sauce. It sounds like some dumb shit somebody pulled out their ass, bro. Cause they lazy or they just heard that shit from somebody else. That's just what it sounded like to me. So yeah, it just seemed like it's a reason to not properly communicate. Like a lot of people, a lot of artists, they just lazy as fuck, bro. Like they be on that, yo, like in every other industry, like it's a certain kind of etiquette that you're supposed to go through in order to communicate. Like in certain jobs, like you can't even talk to the dude at this level right here because you gotta pass it through this manager to pass through that manager to pass through that manager. You can't talk directly to that person. But music is like that shit just like freelance. It's like a jungle. Like, oh yeah, bro, I'm gonna talk to you however the fuck I feel like it. Like, ain't nobody saying you gotta be super professional with this shit. Like, yes sir, no sir. But if you hit somebody, it's like have like a sense of structure with the shit. Almost like, I'm hitting this person up for a reason, not just I got in this DM so many times. A nigga would just say, yo, I ain't never spoke to this nigga before. Only thing he said is yo. what the fuck is yo, bro? Like, there's no context. There's no context with yo as a first message. Yo, that's it. Just yo. Sometimes I might just be like, you know what, this spam. I might delete the message sometimes. I'm like, nah.
Oh, bro. I gotta tell you real quick. This was one time, right? I think it was maybe when the Sunset Session was kind of popping off pretty good, 20 something viewers, a little bit, or maybe like 20 something viewers, a show, 200 something, 300 total views. Like, it was good. It was doing really good. So people were starting to submit a ton. I was like, all right, cool. And then I got the infamous link, man, from a profile with no face or anything, just no picture, no nothing. And because I'm cool with this producer now, and I won't put him on the spot, he just sent me this link, and I had enough of it because like I had like 15 that week of just. Damn. You'll like this song, check it out. And at the time, I was doing it through the whole Google form, like, hey, you want to be a part of the Sunset Session? Fill out this form, and I'll check it out. So people are totally bypassing that part and just spamming me with their songs. And most of them were pretty terrible songs. Which, like, if you're going to try to shortcut, you better have something really good,
Yeah.
Like, anyways, this cat sends me some, and I wanted to say I lost it, but I kind of just was like, here's the deal, dude. I ain't opening nothing. He got all sad and was like, oh, why are you gonna open my link? I was like, all right, I'm gonna lay out a whole list. One, you ain't got no profile ain't got no profile pic. Two, you don't even got a link to your Spotify, so I don't even know if this is spam or link. Three, you don't post anything, so I don't even know if you're a musician or whatnot. I ain't trying to get no virus. Four, I was like, why am I just gonna open something if you don't even know me, dog? Like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Five, you heard about this show, which he was trying to get on. I was like, I already laid out the process, and you speak English too, dog. Like, I get if there's a language barrier, but nah, he spoke English, and I was just like, I'm going off. I'm like, here's how I would appreciate to be reached out to. Be like, hey, my name is so and so. I'm a producer out of this area. I just, I want to be a part of this show. I make this type of music. I like what you're doing. Can you check it out? And then I still would have responded, hey, I appreciate you wanting to be a part of the show. There's a Google, because I just send the link for the Google form right after anybody does that. Do that, and then you might be on. Which is cool, because the next day, dude made like 3 posts, brought a profile pic, put a Spotify link in his bio, all that stuff. And he's making music still. He's doing good. And like, he was cool because he's like, no, I'm not trying to offend you or waste your time or anything. I was like, and that's the thing, is like, I know you're not trying to do that, but this is how you're coming across. I was like, if you take a little time to prep yourself, make yourself look a bit professional, like, I get it, you're starting out, but still, like, show me that you're serious about wanting to do your music thing. Then yeah, let's keep this dialogue going forward, because I want to go, forward and out. I'm not trying to just stay in this small circle of never growing. Like, I want to surround myself with musicians who are getting better, and I want to create this platform for musicians to grow. Like, I don't want to promote artists who aren't going to do stuff,
Makes
sense. So it was cool. It was cool.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, shit. A lot of artists in general, they be doing it for the love. That, bro, like, I feel like if it's an artist who actually doing it for the love, that is cool. I feel like a lot of artists, they be using that shit as an excuse to not actually push and work towards actually, trying to make this a sustainable career path for them. Like, they kind of using that as an excuse, like, oh, man, it's music, man. I'm just doing it for the love. So, if it don't work, I can say I was always doing it for the love instead of actually trying and failing over and over again. Like, shit, ain't nothing wrong with failing, bro. Like, shit, I don't failed 1,000,000 times, bro. I'm still failing.
I think that's the other thing too, is like, so many people are scared to fail. It's just like, so what? Okay, you lost. Get back up. Like,
Yeah, you don't need that many dubs to overcome a few L's. Like, it's funny how that works. I don't know. A lot of people ain't got the, I guess, the patience or endurance. Yo, at the rate you're supposed to make it, like your pace might be different than the next person pace. Like it might took them a year, might take you 12.
Or even what is it? Like perspective and confidence. Like those are two huge things, man. Like, you know, just like with the critique show, like there's some people who could choose to be like, you know what, everything you said about me offended me to the fullest of my being. I hate you guys. You guys don't know anything about music. And then they continue to make trash music. Oh well. I mean, we've seen cats who are like, I had no problem being like, bro, this is bad. Like, this ain't good.
Yeah.
And, you know, but at the same time, like, it's why are you saying this opinion? It's like, well, I'm saying this because here's why it's bad. I'm not just saying it's bad. And all right, next song. Yeah. I'm gonna let you know why. You know, your snare is completely drowning out the whole song. You know, your flow's off beat. You know, your instruments are off key. Which, hey, it happens. But that's why I'm telling you. Yep. Like if you can't take like someone rejecting your stuff, like then maybe music might not be for you, because it's all subjective. People are gonna be like, you could think like, oh, I'm the dopest artist ever. Like I flip this sample, I could play all these instruments, and then someone's like, no, like, you know, like if you're not ready to be like, all right, hey, that wasn't a fan of mine, on to the next. Yeah. Like I've seen so many like rappers, right? You know, I'll listen to a 4-minute rap song and this thing's garbage. And I said, oh, why didn't I make it on the Sunset Session? Well, because you copy pasted the whole song 4 different times. Dang. Like, for me, it's just like, if you're gonna keep me captivated for 4 minutes, it better be intriguing. You know?
So like, for independent artists, what's like the average time you notice yourself kind of getting bored? Like average songs that you just hear from somebody you ain't never heard of before. What's the average length, you say?
That's a good question. I think for me personally, if I've never heard the artist before, I'll probably listen only like 15 seconds from that intro. Like if it don't sound interesting, well, all right. Or it takes like 2 minutes to get to the verse or something, then like that intro better be like glorious and magnificent if I'm gonna stay there for 2 minutes before you say something.
15 seconds.
But you know, or I guess it just depends. Like, and you know, that might just be the way that music's accustomed now. Like a lot of songs I see are anywhere between 1:50 to like 2:40 ish. Like, you know, and that might just be the genres that I happen to see a lot of, like hip hop, lo-fi, you know, pop, all that stuff. You know, that's kind of quick to the point, boom. And which isn't bad. I mean, you could make so many different changes and have unique stuff happening within that time frame. But I don't know. How about you?
I don't know. I believe for me, for a random artist that I've never heard of before, I probably give them like, I don't know, 45 seconds, 30, 45 seconds. 30 for sure. If the beat is hitting, I'm like, all right, cool. That might extend the amount of time I give somebody, like if it's first listen. So yeah, I say about 30, about 45 seconds, something like that. I mean, about 30 seconds, I can tell if I like it or not, because I mean, shit, you can hear what the mix quality is by then, bro. If the mix is just straight ass, I'm probably gonna just turn it off sooner than I was expecting to.
I've definitely heard some songs where I'm like, the beat is good, but man, there's like the mix wasn't put into the vocals at all. Like, one dude, I mean, that was one of the issues for the Sunset Session this week, was some dude's song is denied. Content was good, beat was dope, but his vocal mix was very hard to listen to, and I'm like, And I don't even need. I'm not talking like you need to sound pristine, the best mix ever. But if it's like a significant jump from like here's the beat quality and here's your vocal quality, then I might not listen. You know.
Makes sense. Shit makes sense. Yeah. All right. Oh, shit. I know we were talking about this before. The being human element of it. Like, I guess when you interact with artists, how many of them, I guess not just artists, producers, any creators, how often do you feel like they are actually considering the human element, not just the business element, when they are speaking or communicating with you, or how you saw them communicate in general?
I think it's interesting. I think that's gonna be like a case by case, right? Like for me, I feel like I push for the personal to be a thing, like when I'm working with artists, because like artists who are definitely like spam based, like just treating it like a machine and not treating me like a human, like I'm not gonna reply to you as much. It's just that simple. Like, you know, like if
the man going through it over there.
I'm trying to think. Sorry. This
that drink getting to you, ain't it?
It is.
Well, you saw the serious face on it. It was like the hold up. Hold up, what we talking about?
It's like a superhero transformation real quick.
Yeah.
Except the negative effect. Can you run that question one more time?
I don't remember the question, bro. You expect me to remember that? Oh, nah, the question.
The human element.
Yeah. Yeah, like how often do you see artists, well, creators in general, you know, displaying the fuck. Now you made me forget how I worded the question. Bruh, how many people when you interact, how many people you interact with on a regular actually add that personal element outside of just, you know, I'm just speaking to you or communicating on a business level?
I feel like as far as like just business, that's probably like maybe 20%, 10%. Because I feel like a lot of the standard that I set is like, hey, we're gonna have to talk back and forth if you want to make this work. If not, then I'm not gonna communicate with you. If we don't communicate, nothing's gonna happen, and then I'll move on.
Yeah.
But but I feel like it's different for everyone. Like for you, how do you feel like it is?
Let's see. I definitely feel like a lot of people who I communicate with in general, they miss the human or personal connection. Like, as far as, well, what I mean by like a personal or human connection is they'll be too focused on the business and shit, forget that, yo, we human too. Like, it might just be a, yo, bro, here go the beat, bro, let's do this beat. Yo, bro, let's do the beat. Yo, bro, I finished the beat. Here it is, bro. All right, yo, bro, here go the promo. I bet. Which is fine. I mean, all the relationships don't have to have that human personal touch. But if it's like something extra, it feels like it makes, I notice that it makes the creation of music more seamless. If it is we just actually talking like, yo, bro, what you did for the weekend? Oh, shit, bro, I was on vacation, bro. I went to this place and I went to go ski. Oh, shit, for real, bro? What you eat there? Like, just regular human shit. If you just doing regular shit like that, like communicating with another creative like that, y'all just doing that, the music comes. Because it just makes it like, I don't know. I know for me, it just makes me feel more relaxed in general towards this individual. Because we actually talking like shit. It ain't just music, but of course, shit, we do the business, but, and it just, if you're personal with somebody, it kind of makes you want to speak to that person more, because it's different. Like, I know all the people who are personal with me, who I can have a conversation with, just instinctively, I want to check up on them, see how they doing, and just talk to them more. And a side effect of that is, shit, I would want to make more track music with them, just because I'm speaking to them more. It's just the frequency of communication. If you frequently communicate with somebody, it makes sense that y'all gonna probably just make more music together. Just logic.
Cash. It's a good idea. I should probably drink some regular water.
Oh, you probably should, yeah.
I ain't gonna make it a sunset session at that point.
Yeah, boy, that man about to pass out.
I ain't tired, but I'm feeling mega relaxed.
Oh, yeah, it looked like it.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
But I think too, it's just like I've met some really cool people over the time. I think these last 2 months who on TikTok have been wanting to work with me. But you know, I tell them I got a day job, I do this, I do that, and they're super understanding. They're like, hey, no worries, bro. And then when there's people who are like, you know, take your time with it, it'll get done when it gets done. And then, you know, like there's one cat, he's just kind of popping in, hey, you know, how are you doing? He's like, you know, before I ask about the track, how are you doing? That threw me, you know, it took me back a bit because I was like, okay, like, you know, usually I'm the type of person where I feel like I end up initiating that for artists that I work with, like the personal aspect. So I was like, oh, okay, well, shoot. And before you knew it, I was super tired after a double shift of work, but I was like, I'll make this dude's beat or I'll make some progress with it at least. And yeah, it was cool. I ended up staying up another 2 hours, 3 hours. I was dusted, but it sounded better. It sounded good. Because, you know, once again, it's just like you put in a little effort of like, how are you doing personally? All that stuff. You know, you ain't got to try to mold your next best friend or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But, you know, like the fact that it was just like, hey, I even want to understand why it's taking longer than, you know, we anticipated. That's fine if it does, but, oh, dude's working double time. That's fine. Like,
yeah.
And he's like, all right, you know, like, get it. He's like, I don't want you to be too burnt out working on the music and then you're not happy with the product either. And, you know, super understanding both ways. And,
nice.
You know, and he's going to be one of the first people that I finish up his stuff in July when I have my time off. Like, for me, I was like, boom, prioritized. Like, that's simple. And, you know, just chatting here with back and forth, like, hey, just remind you that I am prioritizing your stuff once I'm done with once I go on my vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that shit's smooth. Yeah. Folks get too caught up on just doing the business where they'll get upset. Like, shit, somebody might be on some, man, bro, track's supposed to have been done 2 days ago, bro, and just start talking some shit. And then now they won't have a DC collab, for example, like shit. Cause I mean, ain't nobody obligated to work with anybody. Like, this is all relationship based. People be feeling like sometimes that they have so much value, or I don't know, they a lot of y'all folks got too big of an ego, bro. You need to sit your ass down, bro. Like, you just think, oh shit, bro, yeah, my shit mega fire. Your shit might be amazing, it might be cool, but still, like, knowing how to communicate is important. Like, y'all should learn how to communicate, bro. Like, that shit be crazy. All the dumbass DMs on got of people not knowing how to communicate, and then they end up getting upset with me, like I did something wrong, and I'm like, what? bruh, I still can't forget the one person who DM'd me and told me I should follow them back, and I was like, bro, I don't even remember seeing you ever on any of my posts and nothing like that. Like, I don't know you. This first time I've noticed you, period. But so that lets me, I just want to mention that, come like, just because you've been commenting or just because you've been liking someone's post, that doesn't mean they've necessarily been noticing it. Some interaction and engagement, people might not notice it. Like, if you've been actually commenting and stuff like that, that's probably more noticeable than you just liking people posts. So I would say, people, if you feel like, oh, I've been following this person for a month, I've been liking all their posts, likes can get overlooked, because I mean, shit, you might get a ton of likes in a second. Comments are different, especially if the comment is something that's a little bit more than the generic like nice, cool, let's go. I mean, I be saying let's go hella times, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, for people to get upset afterwards, like, cause that guy, shit, he was. It sounded like he was feeling entitled, like, bro, I've been following you for a minute, bro. You should follow me back, or some shit like that. I'm like, okay. So his approach was completely wrong, though. He ended up basically telling me I was fake and some other stuff. Cause I just told, bro. Cause I believe you were a mutual follower of him or something like that. So I was like, you know what? I don't normally follow niggas back, but because I see DC as a social, I was like, I give it a try. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna just let you know if we not talking or really interacting like that, I'm gonna unfollow you. Cause he had praised me for being real before this and all that, I believe. And I'm just like, but after that, he told me, nah, bro, I don't need you to follow me back, actually. And he was like, I ain't expect you to be like this. And then he unfollowed me. I'm like, that shit is hilarious when people expect, like, all right, this man is not gonna be real when I'm in his DMs. Like, bro, if I'm real on the platform, I'm gonna be real in the DMs. But yeah, I believe that guy got offended, and I think he probably just misinterpreted what I said. Like, by me saying if we not communicating and stuff like that on the regular, I'm gonna follow him. He probably took that as I was saying he got to do that, but I said we, as in I have to be doing it also. It's not just one way. Because that would be weird if I'm just saying, bro, you got to be that. That don't even make sense. But
well, I mean, that's the other thing too. Is just like to say someone's not real or genuine because they don't want to follow someone or like be associated with their stuff. Like that's
oh, I don't know.
One, that's just painting a wrong picture. Because like
I kind of took it as
no one's obligated to do anything for you.
That's true. I kind of took it as he just, me saying that we would have to be communicating or engaging with each other, or I'm gonna follow you. I'm assuming that was like, oh, you're telling me I have to do this or I'm gonna lose your follow. Which, I mean, shit, I am, but it wasn't no threat. I'm just letting them know what it is. Like,
that's just the expectation.
Cause like, yo, people be acting weird when you unfollow them and shit. Oh shit, bro, we ain't friends no more or something like that. Like, you laughing, bro? I lost a lot of friends that way from just hitting the button.
That's what I'm saying. I've had people be like, oh, like, of course I talk about the good stuff on the Sunset Sessions, but I get some really salty people who didn't make it, man.
What's the saltiest response you got from somebody who didn't make it on the Sunset Session?
This is rapper. I don't even remember his name. But sent this shit in. He kept spamming me for like a month. And I just sent him a link to the Google form. He's gonna spam. I'm not even gonna say anything. I just give him the link to the Google form. And finally, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lay it down. And I was like, hey, bro. He's like, yo. I was like, I ain't listening to this shit. He's like, why not? You listen to everyone else's stuff.
Damn.
And I was like, why not? I was like, why haven't you submitted the Google form? Everyone else does it. And then he was just like, he started saying like, well, if you actually listen to the track, you realize I'm probably better than anyone on there. I was like, actually listen to the I was like, I listened to 30 seconds, dog. I was like, you're off beat. Your beat's trash. And I was like, and your attitude is like towards like communication probably makes you really difficult to work with.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, well, what do you know about music? You don't know anything. Blah blah blah. I'm like, you're trying to get on my show, dog. Like, why are you on Bird?
Oh, entitled.
It's just crazy because he was probably like a 19-year-old cat. Like, I'm a little bit older than that. Just a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, when you kind of that age, shit, I know when I was like a young buck, about early 20s and shit. I feel like I was very arrogant about my shit. Like, nah, bro, this shit it, bro. Nah, this shit was ass. But yeah,
Oh, dude, if I were to listen to music I made back when I was 18, 19, 20, I'm like, yikes. Like,
this
that
shit
ain't
ass.
going on Spotify.
Yeah, that shit ass, boy. I'm glad I ain't know about
Um,
Spotify at that age. That discography was
oh,
like butt soft, like bleh.
oh it'd be over for me. I'd cancel myself.
But yeah, you gotta start
Um,
a new name, bro.
yeah, but dude was starting to say I don't know anything about music, and he started talking trash about my music. And I was like, and at the time I was playlisting, paying for playlists, all that stuff. So I was
Mm,
like, probably like 16K follow, monthly listeners, which at the time for me was a new high. So I was like, oh, this is cool.
nice,
He had his lovely listeners,
of course.
and then he started making it a thing about that. And then, or he's like, no one probably listens to your music. And I just screenshotted both our Spotify's and sent them. I was like,
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
Hey, look, bro. I gotta say something, bro. I admire your level of pettiness, bro. Like
Oh,
when somebody be when you get a scammer or something and you be fucking with, bro, that shit be like, oh shit, let's go.
dude, they're scared of me. They don't do it anymore, man.
Yeah,
The best one was on Twitter, bro. When some dude was posing for iHeartRadio,
yeah,
and it sounded pretty believable. They were name dropping my songs. I like this part of this. I was like, oh damn, like Mr. Hollywood's here.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden, when it came down to, yeah, we want to just offer you this promo plan. And I was like, oh, shoot, that's crazy. You want to offer a promo plan, for free. I know it's
yeah.
valued at $150, but you're doing it for 150 off. That's crazy. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all you're going to do. And they just started laughing and stuff. I wish I would have saved those. Those are funny,
Damn,
man.
bro. Yeah. At least yours actually acknowledged when you said that. I know when I was trolling the one time, he was ignoring all the shit. I was like, oh shit, bro, you finna. I forget what he was trying to get me to do, but I know I ended up saying like, oh shit, bro. I normally charge people $0 to put me on a playlist, but I'm gonna give you a discount and you get to pay 40 to put my song in your playlist. So I forgot what he was trying to sell me. But they were just ignoring everything I was saying and kind of just like, yeah, this deal only lasts for like 6 days. I probably was talking to a bot, so yeah.
I know I got homie Big Mac because at one point he was like, cussing me out and stuff. He was pissed. But at one point I remember I was like, dang, and you guys are going to pay me $100 extra for my own promo? I was like, that's cool. So it's free, and then you're giving me $100. I was like, I gotta tell everyone about this. I was like, can I get your username because I want to make a post about that? You guys are gonna do all this, and then I like even went to the messages and like photoshopped it to look like they agreed with me on
Damn,
everything.
that's
And then I
funny.
sent it. I was like, "Is it cool if I post this?" Dude's like, "We didn't say that. We didn't say that." It's like, what the fuck you doing? Like, oh man. And I was like, I can't wait for my free promo. Thank you. I'll let everyone know about you guys.
That's
And then they
funny.
blocked me.
Damn, shit, that sound about right though.
I love it, man. If there's one thing, I don't like to be petty, but when the situation arises to become petty, like, all right, I tried being cool.
Yeah, I
All
tried.
right, I tried.
I look. I don't know if you saw that movie. What's that one movie? It's one of the Medea movies where the dude was beating the chick. I think it was. I forget. But there was one part in the movie where that man was like, "You like it when I'm not myself, don't you?" Like that's what when you said that, that's what I started thinking about. You like it when I'm not myself, huh? Like you want me to get out of character.
Bruh. Oh, man. I mean, maybe not to that degree, but it's
I mean,
funny.
yeah, I mean, of
People
course
be-
not.
People do be laughing though when I was posting those. But yeah,
Yeah,
I scared off all them bots, man. They don't come through anymore.
that's smooth.
It's
All right.
it's probably owned by like a little company, a little scammer company, and they own a couple of different sites and try to do it.
Yeah.
Because it was like one year where that's all I was getting. It's just all these spam promotional offers, and I don't know. Definitely need to get back at them again though. It's been long overdue.
For sure. Well, we about 40 some minutes or something like that. So we're gonna just, that shit was supposed to be 25 minutes, but then we started speaking. So yeah, it was supposed to be 25, but shit, this shit should be something that happens fairly often. I don't want to say every week because it might not be every week. It's just gonna be
when
often.
it does.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah.
And the cool thing is like there's so many pieces of content you get from one video, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we just here talking about music. Like shit, I don't know. It might be cool if somebody we got a third wheel to chime in every now and then, but we just talk about musics every now and then.
I'm down.
Yeah. So I don't know. We're gonna catch y'all next time, but yeah, that's this talk. That's this conversation.
Yes.
Whatever we talking about, we just talking about music, bro. So yeah. I'm FoePound Production. That's DC the Heat Maker. I mean the beat maker. Yeah, not the heat maker. I mean he can be.
It's hot over here. I feel like it's on the heat maker right now. But
oh yeah, bro. He is, bro. He's saucy too. So you can feel it.
Got them Santa Claus rosy cheeks real quick.
Yo. So yeah, we'll catch y'all next time. Y'all take it easy. Cash.